Hey guys, so if this is your first time on my channel, I do want to mention that this is technically my first time ever unboxing a smartphone, so I do want to apologize in advance if I don't get through everything that you want to see. So this is the Geotel Note 4G. I wanted to find something that could replace my Note 3, potentially, because it's a really old phone and it doesn't break the bank. So this is under $100, I think. It sounds promising, you know, lower end though. On the bottom it gives you the rest of the specifications if you want to take a look at it. This is pretty simple and cheap packaging. We got the phone here itself. There's a micro USB cable in here. A wall outlet that doesn't work in America. You get a case with this, pretty nice. Crystal clear case. A screen protector and a cloth to clean it up. You get a user manual, warranty card, and something else here. Alright, so here it is. The bezel seems pretty thin. You got the volume controls on the top here, and the power button underneath. There's plastic on the back here, so take that out to see more plastic. It's just glossy plastic, so this will easily catch fingerprints, but kind of looks nice when it's reflected on a through some light. It's kind of cool. The rear-facing camera with some flash, and this back can be opened up, I believe. Let's see where. Ah, right here. The back is a little harder to open than the Note 3. Just drop that completely. Okay, so you have to remove the plastic for the first time when you're going to be using this. This looks kind of like a big battery. So this is a 3200 milliamp hour battery. Oh wow, okay, so I believe this is dual SIM right here. There are 2 SIM slots. I'll have everything that I missed out on in the description for more info, and there's a micro SD card slot. Alright, there's some juice in there. You get introduced with Geotel. And I don't think I have this completely closed. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, so the back is kind of hard to close. That's kind of annoying. Oh man, the speaker grill. This looks like it's the speaker grill. If so, that looks really small. Yeah, you can easily cover it with a finger. Kind of disappointing. On top you have a micro USB port to recharge it, a headphone jack, and nothing else around. I think this might be the microphone or reset button. And yeah, you get introduced in the front. No SIM card, yeah, because I don't have anything installed. A front 8 megapixel camera, a speakerphone or whatever. And I guess we can go ahead and install the case on here. So it is a clear case, so you don't have to worry about getting your back dirty with this crystal clear case. It's nice that they included one. And I must say, you know, the screen does look quite nice. It does seem like it could be a little saturated. Now, it's kind of hard for me to tell that this is even a 720p resolution. Maybe because I'm just used to reviewing a lot of tablets that are, you know, low in resolution. So this does have quite a high pixel density. But if you compare it side to side, it's not going to be as bright. Or it's not going to look as sharp, probably. Okay, so this gets dimmer than the other one. The Note 3 does. The Geotel feels slightly thinner, but it's still easy to grip on one hand. It's going to feel cheap because it's plastic. But yeah, it is slightly thinner by 0.1 millimeter, I believe. So it's not a huge difference, but it's slightly bigger in length. So yeah, it's about the same, you can say. Certainly feels nicer because the bezels are smaller. The bezels feel thinner on here than on here, so kind of like that, except for the bottom and top. This is also a few grams lighter with the battery. I think it's by like 10 something grams, so not too much, but certainly noticeable from time to time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the storage and everything, and while I'm doing that, I'll put the specs on here on the side. So it is an MT MediaTek processor quad core. We'll have to see how it does in game performance and everything. So it is running Android 6.0. There's about 10.68 gigabytes, or you can say 10.40 gigabytes, just 10 gigabytes available. Just found a little bit of bloatware here. It's called Facebook. Who wants this crap on their phone? I mean, unless if you use it, but I don't. And let's go ahead and take a look at the camera first off. Yeah, actually the front-facing camera came out pretty well. better than what I expected. It's certainly not perfect, but it's sufficient for me. I took another picture with the Geotel, and I gotta say, I kind of like this, the right side, a little more. I'm not sure if it's the screen that makes it look brighter or what. Yeah, it actually looks like it's a little sharper on here as I zoom in. Because if you compare the two, this one is definitely brighter. And if you zoom in, it's a little sharper on this. Like you can read it on both ends. I guess this might do a little better in this lower light area that I'm at. I mean, there's some sunlight outside, but I'm at the other end of the house, so, you know, nonetheless. So after running a few tests with the Antutu and this, I only ran one test on here, but the single score is 566, and the multi-score is 1468. Now the single core performance is actually pretty low when you compare it to all the other smartphones. So like the Galaxy S7 gets 1806, and yeah, but I mean, that's what you expect from me. You know, inexpensive smartphone like this. 1468, it's a lower score than the LG Nexus 5, but it's not too low, I'd say. You know, performance, we'll have to test everything out more thoroughly a little bit. And on the Antutu, gets around 29,000, 28 to 29,000. The 3D, it says game performance is mid-level. We'll test that out in just a second. And CPU and everything, middle end, satisfy your daily use, so that's good. And RAM gets 4250. I think that's alright. Yeah, so the speaker on the back isn't too impressive. I mean, it's very small, it sounds tinny, but it's acceptable, I guess, for a Jetpack Joyride here. I do want to mention that I'm actually recording this part 24 hours later, so the next day, because I was trying to figure out my SIM card, and for some reason it wasn't working. It's the card's fault. Like, it's not the phone's fault, because I was having some issues setting everything up with the carrier. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So far no problems whatsoever. As it gets faster, I don't know if you'll see a stutter or not, but yeah, everything's looking really good so far. I do want to apologize in advance for not being able to test out things such as calling, but I did call through Wi-Fi. I mean, I don't know if that matters or not, but I did place a call through Wi-Fi and no problems whatsoever. I could hear the person well, and vice versa. Another thing I like about this phone is that if you want to hide the bottom buttons, all you have to do is press this on the left and it goes down, and you have a full screen right here besides the notification bar. Right now I'm playing Fruit Ninja, another free game. The only time this actually really lagged was in the menu screen. Besides that, it seems to be running pretty well. The next game we have here is 32 Seconds, a more 3D graphic intense game. And it doesn't seem like it would run too well on this, because I am noticing more of a lag, and that could affect your gameplay performance. It actually affected me earlier, and I ended up crashing. So, see, something like that, when you freeze just at the wrong time, that can hurt your gameplay performance. The last game we have here is Zombie Highway 2. This for me is a classic. I used to play this a lot. It was on iOS, and it's finally on Android. I actually don't know when this came out on Android, but I'm just glad it's there. I was wondering, will this thing replace my Galaxy Note 3? Yeah, I can't say for sure right now, because I do have a problem with, crashed. Yeah, I do have a problem with the SIM, so I have to try to get that figured out. If I do, I'm going to go ahead and test this out thoroughly, or use this as my daily driver, and I'll probably make a review. I mean, do you guys want to see one or not? Let me know. But yeah, other than that, I would say this could become my daily driver, because I do like it so far. I don't want anything too heavy, but it seems to be doing stuff that I'd like to. You know, the browser's working fine, everything loads snappy, no problems whatsoever. This isn't a full review, this is just my unboxing and first impressions, and so far I like this. I gotta say, it's pretty good, sounds pretty promising, especially at the price point, you know. For $90, I can't think of a better smartphone, because I haven't really tested out smartphones until now. So yeah, so far I'd recommend this, but yeah, if you want to see another full review, let me know. As always, thanks for watching.